Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We had a great question on one of our previous videos. A few videos ago, or quite a while ago, we did this image right here. When you hover over it, it's going to slow fade into a different image, creating almost a morph type effect. Kind of a mock morph type effect. And then when you take the mouse off of it, it's going to slow fade back into that other image, again creating a mock type morph effect, which is very eye-catching, great thing to have on your site. And the question we had was somebody was asking it, can you do it without the mouse being hovered over it? And the answer is yeah, of course you can. We will have to create a little animation to make this happen, but it's really easy to do, and I'll take you through it. So let's go in here. I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. Let's add a new row. I'm going to hit the little green button to add a new row underneath. I'm going to use a single column in my row. And I'm going to pop an image module in there. Select the image you want. And this is the image that you want to see first, or it doesn't have to be. It can be either or. Let's throw that little lady back in there one more time. I'm going to save that. Now, the way that this was working before, that for anybody that didn't see that video, we've got an image module right here. Inside the image module, we've gone in to the filters and we've taken the opacity down on hover to 0. So it's going to show anything behind it. And the image that you're seeing there resides in the column that our image module was sitting in. So it's really easy to do, and we've just given it, I think, 8 seconds or something to morph in between over in advanced and transitions here. So let's get rid of this, and we'll get rid of this whole row, and we'll animate this thing so it does the same thing without the mouse action. Right, well, we've got our image. I'm not actually going to do anything at all to our image here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take that little title away. That's the actual title of the image there, W1. These are AI generated images here. And I'm going to put a different image in the column behind to sort of fade into. So let's go in here, get rid of the name when you hover over it. You can do that in advanced attributes. There's the little name right there. And we'll save that. We'll go into the actual row itself, the green tab, the column that our image is sitting in here, which is this column right here. In the background, always find background under content. I'm going to go to the third tab, background image. I'm going to add a different image. And let's throw that little alien fella in there, perhaps. Great. We'll save that now. Save the row settings. Now, to make this happen, we need to write a bit of CSS code, and don't let it put you off. It's really easy to do. I'm going to go back into our image module here. And of course, you can decide if you want this image to open in a light box, flip that switch to on, or whether you want to link it to somewhere when they click on it and take them somewhere. You can do either or on that. I'm going to leave mine just as it is for the moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my advanced tab, down to the custom CSS. We're going to use the freeform CSS tab here to write a bit of code that's going to animate this fading out and fading back in to that little alien fella. So to make this happen, we need to target this module here. And to do that, in the freeform CSS tab, all we need to write is selector, S-E-L-E-C-T-O-R. Then we can open and close some curly brackets and decide what we want to do with it. Well, I want to animate it so it fades out and fades back in. So I'm going to say animation, colon. Then we need to give our animation a name. I'm going to call it imph, kind of my shorthand for image morph. You can call yours what you want, but it needs to be unique. I'm going to have mine, that last one was running for 8 seconds. So let's run this for 16. We'll have 8 on each plus the fade. So I'm going to say 16 seconds, and we can adjust this later if it doesn't work very well. I want it to be infinite so it keeps on going. Great. Now we've told it we want to animate it. We've got to create this animation called imph. And we're using keyframes for that. For anybody that's not seen my animation videos before, we use keyframes for them. So we write at keyframes. Then the name that we gave it, which is imph. Now we can open and close some more curly brackets. And keyframes are a bit like stop frame photography. You can make things happen over a timeline, and we've given it a timeline of 16 seconds. Okay, let's do 3 entries. I'm going to do 0%, basically when the page loads, beginning of second 1 of our 15 seconds up there. So I'm going to say 0%. I'm going to open and close some more curly brackets here. And I'm going to say opacity 1, which is fully visible. So in other words, you're going to see this image right here. When it gets to 50%, and we can adjust this in a minute if you want it to hold on any one or the other particular images, 50%, which will be around about the 8-second mark there, I'm going to make it invisible. So I'm going to copy this, Control C, I'm going to drop down, paste it in there, I'm going to put a 5 in front of it so it's 50%. I'm going to make it opacity 0, so at 8 seconds mark it should be invisible. And it should actually start to do something around now. And it's not, it's because I've written that name wrong there. With coding, it's really important you write names correctly. I've got an O instead of a P. Let's put a P in there, and it should start fading into the other one, as you can see. It's taking 8 seconds. Then it's going to take another 8 seconds to fade back out again. Now, if you want it to hold on one of these images, let's take it to perhaps 30 seconds, 30%. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to drop down below. I'm going to make this one 50. So it'll stay invisible between 30 and 50%, so it'll hold on that one. Then we're going to go up to, let's say 70%, and you can adjust these to your own taste. I'm going to make it fully visible again. And at 100%, we want it to be fully visible also. So it'll stay fully visible from 70 to 100%. Like I say, adjust this to your taste. Let's see what we've got going on there. We've got the alien. It's holding on the alien for a few seconds. Then it's going to morph back out. I'm going to up this, maybe 24 seconds. That way it'll hold them a bit longer. It'll take a little bit more time to morph in between the two. And it's not quite as smooth as I like when it morphs back like that. It's not too bad. So let's just add the word linear up here. It will make it more of a straight line curve. That should make it more consistent throughout the fade. Put a little semicolon on the end there. That's more like it. And like I say, you can adjust these till it works better for you or the way that you want it. But that's actually going to work quite nicely for me. And for anybody that needs it, I'll put this code down below the video. You're welcome to copy and paste it, adjust it to your needs. But it is a great idea to get in the habit of writing CSS code because it's not difficult and it really will take your editing skills to the next level. So I'm fairly happy with that. Let's save what we've got going on here. Make sure this is going to all work on the front end. I'm going to hit my little purple button. Save draft or publish if you're ready. And let's exit the Visual Builder. And there we have it. It's got that slow fade or mock morph effect. It's going to hold that image for a few seconds. Then it's going to mock fade or morph into that other image. That works quite nicely. Like I say, adjust the timing to your taste. But that's how to do it without having a mouse hover effect on it. So I hope that's answered that question, and I hope you've enjoyed this today. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them down below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video just like this one. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.